number 1.
If you were a kid and you watched Dragon Ball and you never practiced the Kamehameha at least once, you are a f***ing sociopath.
I think what Kieran is trying to say is the Kamehameha is perhaps the most important and ubiquitous technique in all of Dragon Ball. And while it might be a boring pick at number 1, it's also earned that spot by being a hallmark of not only Dragon Ball, but the anime community for over 30 years and beyond.
From the obligatory chant to the classic pose to the destructive force of its big throbbing beam, the Kamehameha is a part of Dragon Ball's very DNA. It is where all ki attacks were birthed from, and truth be told, where all ki attacks return.
Named by Toriyama's wife, and a direct reference to the House of Kamehameha, a dynasty of Hawaiian kings, the technique is the absolute first ki blast we see in Dragon Ball. First delivered by Master Roshi, then copied shortly after by a young Son Goku.
And thus would become a staple of Goku's character, his signature move, to the point where fans of the series would look at other characters' move lists and wonder, what's their Kamehameha? I still maintain that the Gallic Gun is Vegeta's, but I digress. It would feature in some of the most climactic and dramatic moments in the series, including his battle against Vegeta, Gohan's last stand against Cell, Goku's climax against Hit in the Universe 6 tournament. But even when it's not part of the climax, it's being used all throughout the movies and series to thrilling effect.
Part of the reason it remains such a staple of the series is partially due to its simplicity. You charge, you fire, and you hope it did the trick. But in that simplicity comes versatility. Do you know how many versions there are of the Kamehameha? Whatever number you just thought, it is probably way too low.
You have the original Kamehameha. You have the one-handed Kamehameha. You have the Tarantino Kamehameha.
Kaioken Kamehameha, Kaioken Multiplier Kamehameha, Big Bang Kamehameha, Final Kamehameha, Black Kamehameha,
10 times Kamehameha, Burning Kamehameha, Atomic Kamehameha!
Dragon Kamehameha!
Holy shit. Hey, remember in Evolution where they called it airbending?
Oh my god, they did! And it looked like a bunch of cheap particle effects.
Also, it had like 0 kickback, so you could literally jump toward your opponent mid-blast. Like, what?
Oh my god, that movie's such a used barf bag.
While the Kamehameha's appearance in the live-action movie might not have been a great example, it's impossible to ignore all the homages, parodies, and straight-up rip-offs that the technique has inspired to this very day. Just try and tell me the Hadouken wouldn't look exactly like it does right now if it weren't for the Kamehameha, or Lina Inverse's Dragon Slave, Lucario's Aura Sphere, just to name a few.
You cannot escape the Kamehameha.
Especially if you use the instant Kamehameha. It sounds like a stovetop Kamehameha. Just add key! What's next? Family-size Kamehameha?
Low-fat Kamehameha.
Chocolate Kamehameha!
There's so much that could be said about the Kamehameha, but to be honest, it's been said a million times by a million different people. And that's kind of what makes it so crazy, so amazing, and our number 1 pick.
Wow, is that it? I felt like we'd have more to say.
I know, right? The most famous move in all of Dragon Ball, and maybe anime, and I feel like we're selling it short.
Honestly, I think there's only one thing left to say, guys.
Right. But first, before we go, thanks for joining us for this year's DBCember.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Do you have any moves you think should have made the top 12? Any moves that you think shouldn't have been on here?
Any suggestions for next year's DBCember? Make sure to give us your feedback in the comments.
Until next year, we wish a Merry Christmas, a Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year to every single one of you beautiful people for helping us celebrate Dragon Ball once again.
All right, guys. You ready?
Ready!
Come!